what came before zero trust? If we want to go back to the beginning, there were no passwords, right? And then we started having passwords on things. And then we decided, maybe passwords aren't enough. And what we actually need is to put some castle walls up. So we ended up with this idea of border security, things called firewalls, um, stuff
Build
like
a
that,
wall.
right? Locks on doors, right? On the exterior doors to your building. Um, that turned out not to be a particularly difficult uh, hurdle for people to jump over. There's so many ways to get inside someone's border, um, and so this idea of defense in depth as a philosophy was introduced, and that was probably 20 years ago, right? And the idea of defense in depth is, well, don't just automatically trust people because they're in your building, because they could be visitors, they could be on a tour, they could have snuck in the back door. Um, be have people that at various points in your information architecture, right? Have
Mm.
things at various points in your information architecture stop and say, who are you and why are you here, right?
Can I stop
Um,
you and ask a
yeah.
clarifying question? So zero trust isn't necessarily intended to be at every moment there's a check, but rather it's the principle of have checks throughout the system.
Well, no, actually, it is every moment. So, defense in depth as a philosophy came after border security, and it turned out that it's also
No.
not particularly difficult for an attacker to be like, "Oh, there's security over there. I'm going over here."
Yeah.
So.